Hope you enjoyed this watch and sorry for being late. This is Sullivan Ansley, who on Bleach chapter 630, the Twin Twilight. Hey, right now it's Green Joe's basically taking the first offensive. Like basically, he's going after a Sky Nana. You know the guy that looks like Sosuke Aizen, but with a goofier face, basically. And this guy has some mysterious power. Like we all know that he survived all those wounds from the Zero Division and his power to moves and to use his kind of certain special abilities. But ever since then, we still have no idea what this guy's even capable of. Yet he never even went full standing mode. So basically, we're still like a little relative unknown by a narrow margin. Again. And I like how Green Gel, he's like the first to offensive. Like Green Gel, he's itching to fight. And that's the Green Gel we wanted to see. Someone who is a fighter, who is strong and badass, not afraid to cut loose and tear some heads off. Especially, was it original anime and manga? The Gel was a fierce fighter and he kicked a lot of ass. That's one of the things that we saw, especially with his fights with with Ichigo. He showed no mercy. He wasn't afraid to make the kill, and he wasn't afraid to kick ass. Definitely, like he may follow orders from time to time, but he only does it on a whim. I mean, there's a part of Green Shell that wants to rebel, and that's the part that makes him extra badass. Yes. And I like how he's the first to step up, even chasing a sky narker throughout the area. But also, it's kind of funny that Ichigo keeps interrupting it and he let him get away. That part's a little extra messed up. That thing. Like I like the funny part. I like how it's trying to be funny, but it's also trying to be serious at the same time. Anyway, to up the more serious part, we get to see Hoshwald having this conversation with this other Stern Ritter. We have no idea who he is. He's just that he's just right there. And apparently they're concerned about some conversation about your watch and Uryu. I'm like, should they be concerned about Uryu? I mean, hell, your watch shows him as his successor. That means he has some plan for. And your watch Shuhabak has some plan for Uryu. So that's something I want to see. Wait, do you? So basically, I want to see that. I want to see that what kind of plan Uryu is. Cause remember, every Quincy who dies, they first feed their power to Bach, him stronger and stronger. That's how he's going to have so much strength over the centuries. When you say he's been alive. Nice. And there's also one. Oh, as things start to progress, then as the conversation starts to get very starts to end, you get Basby. He literally kills this guy. Like boom. I'm not gonna tell you how he kills him. No, but let's just say his finger is using his finger as a weapon. That's not a lie. And one of the and they start to talk a little bit. Uh, and like literally talk. One of the things they talk about how you watch sacrificing the lives of all the other Sternritters to fuel his own ambitions. Those who had their full standing lights taken and shunned aside, and to heal the power of the elite guard and the others. Basically, using them as sacrificial pawns really pissed them off. No, and see, and I really want to see this fight, Sternritter against Sternritter, and we still don't have we have an idea of what Basby's ability is. He can super concentrate heat around his fingers, use them as a weapon, melee weapon, and his hand, basically like a rip off of G Gundam, erupting, burning finger shit. Like his ability is fire element, like Genri Yusai Yamamoto, but enough about that. And the situation that really gets me very interested is one thing and one thing only. Only like I want to see the fight. I want to see this fight. I want to see Stern Ritter against Stern Ritter. We know about Basby's ability, but we have no idea about Hoshwald. And if Juhabak keeps Hoshwald around, that means this guy has to have some skill. That means he has to be worth something. And I had a feeling this guy was supposed to be the successor before Uryu showed up. Means this guy has the potential to do something very dangerous, and is some kind of fighter. I mean, hell, you watch when to have them by his side all this time. If you didn't think so, sorry about that. Just some messed up TV. Just a little awkward. But you understand the situation, how I'm feeling. Like, I want to see this fight. And Basby, he's not afraid to, and he's calling. You watch a trader, and what and I mean you watch the trader, and the same thing with Hotchwell, because he's the one that basically follows his master's will and whim throughout everything. So basically, he's not afraid to call him that, and he's not afraid to do things. So basically, but there's one thing I want to be certain of. Hotchwell keeps to call him Hugo, or like Hugo, like you're calling Basby Hugo. Could that be Basby's real name? Like his real name before he chose to. There was Basby because he became a Stern Ritter. Does that mean that these two they have a past together? That's the thing that gets me a little more interested. Like if it's true that the two had a past together, that means they knew each other before they joined your watch, and if they joined the watch together, that means they have some history. Like we don't know the history of the other Stern Ritters. We know your watch history is the son of the Soul King, left on Earth, and he gave power to humans that created return created the Quincy. So basically, we know your watch history a little bit. He's the Soul King's son, but we have no idea how the others. What's the hell the history of the others? It's most likely your watch gave them all a portion of his own strength to make them all Stern Readers and to give them power in exchange to use them to fulfill his own ambition. That's the one of the things that makes me interested the most. And I want to see this. Hope you enjoyed this one. To come subscribe. This is Southern Anarchy you on Bleach Chapter 6 X30. The Twin Twilight. Twin Twilight. I know it sounds messed up, but you get the point. Bye.